From what Maximilian said, he didn't like you cannot just fly to this place.
John dropped from the phone.
Who dropped?
John did.
On?
I've been dropping a bit myself, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying that out of character that Maximilian reminder that Maximilian said that he didn't fly this, like you cannot go from point A to point B without any warp drive. You just need to like get the exact coordinates with your warp drive, because apparently this entire place is covered in some warp storms and some other strange shit. So unless you have like, it's like, I don't know, did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
Mm-hmm.
I am like they had to do a one jump at Cylon base. They had to get the exact coordinates to jump in the exact space, because if they were off by small margin they would get destroyed, because there was like asteroids and whatnot. So there's like these pieces hold like entire very complicated like coding and instructions for navigators, astropaths, how to get to that place. Yeah, so you don't have power sources to power up that weapon. As far as you are aware, you don't know if that weapon is powered up or something, because Rock Trader only knows that there is probably some sort of weapon. He conducted some sort of like early reconnaissance on this nameless planet, but he didn't went out further because he wanted to inform Inquisitor Sidov, who ordered him to find it, or like ask him to aid him in searches. Anyways, continuing in character, I kind of forgot what was the train of thought for players.
Now that I think on it, Lord Caden must be informed of this new development. This is something that's quite important. No.
Unless there is means to talk to him directly.
Well,
out of character. What's up with that?
The means of talking with him directly.
I assume she doesn't want to trust this to an astropathic choir.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
or anyone.
I'm gonna. Yeah, the thing is that technically Caden conducts face-to-face meetings, but nobody can say for sure that they really met him, because nobody knows the reason why he's so like powerful in Inquisition and why he was able to lead like 3 purges of Calixian Inquisition is because nobody really knows for sure how he looks like. So technically meetings face to face are possible, but you would need to go onto ship, fly back to Calixian Conclave headquarters, which for at this point I don't remember on which planet is it exactly, but I will probably check it for next session, and then ask for what's the word? For like official meeting. Not official meeting, like audience, like ask for audience or something like that. Also, like out of character, I don't know if your characters will know, but like Lyra does like I asked Josh like on previous session, like if he like how often does he gives status reports to Caden, and he said something along the lines that like 1 report per day or something like that, or just 1 like per if there's like something going on like a mission. But for now only you know it, like Lyra will be awaiting information.
Well, at the very least, this man was informative before his untimely demise. Or rather, his very timely demise. Whoa.
Sorry, sneezed. I tried to mute myself in time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was very strange sound.
Now that leaves the issue of the dominant.
What about the dominant?
We are to believe that the Duke has not fallen to corruption just yet. Perhaps he can
Well,
be
strange.
Perhaps he can be reasoned with.
Corruption is something of a storied concept. He has rebelled.
Reasoned with, yes, but to what end? Our duty is done here.
We need to track down this rogue trader to end him before he becomes a larger threat.
Perhaps. But we have our own mission to attend to in the meantime. And we know that there's at least one more piece, and we know where it is.
Last one. We are
Imperial
almost
Guard.
certain that it's last one. For now,
The Imperial Guard they're tasked with bringing Sovereign Dominant to heel. Are they not?
Are you asking that me?
Well, just the group more, but I suppose out of character.
I mean, out of character,
who
players should know that it's the task of Imperial Guardsmen to fight.
Perhaps we can.
orcs.
Perhaps even with a silver tongue, a honeyed tongue, we could even stop their rebellion.
I'll praise your initiative, but I'll say that I doubt it that we have the power to end the war that's been going on this long.
We offer them a favorable. What's the word?
Favorable terms?
We offer them favorable terms. We know exactly that. We know that their ranks are being plagued, tainted as days go by.
That is a political situation that we don't quite have the authority to dictate.
I'm with Cadus on this one. We may be inquisitorial agents, however, we don't have the power nor the right to
And
speak on the Emperor's behalf.
Krieger Karko is our problem. And where is he currently? Within Ohm's world, within the Dominant.
True, however, again...
We ask their aid to get rid of Krieger. We end the war, offering them favorable terms.
But we don't have the power or authority to dictate what the Imperium shall do in terms of war and peace. This would be up to someone above our status. Perhaps the Lord Inquisitor could offer them peace, but if we did...
It's all the more reason
then,
we need to seek an audience.
To tell him that he's wrong?
Tell him what we are up against.
Yes, sorry, Lord Inquisitor Prab, but you are wrong, fool! Yes, say that to man who's leading Calixian Inquisition for like at least a few hundred years.
I will not be in the room when that happens.
Me neither. Somehow I doubt that this man is going to end a war over one rogue trader.
This isn't a matter of just one rogue trader. Your mind for a Psyker is rather narrowed.
And for a Goblin, you are almost unbearably naive.
Says the assassin who believes she's invincible yet almost gets killed by a greenskin.
Ladies.
Ooh, cat fight!
We are not doing this here, or at all. Beyond the point that we don't have the authority, I don't have the authority to dictate what's happening in this cadre currently. We must talk to our Inquisitor before we start discussing this any further. I'll leave it to her to decide if she agrees that we should try to sue for peace. We will seek an audience with the Lord Inquisitor and discuss this with him then. And if she believes otherwise, then we shall continue on a different path. But other than that, I believe it's time for us to drop this course of discussion. We're getting nowhere.
As you say, Interrogator.
On that note, Cadus, if you wouldn't mind, please accompany me. It's time for us to speak to the Inquisitor, give her the report. Ramirez, Moriana, you're both dismissed. Do what you will. And with that, Xanthus is walking the room, bringing his kit with him and whatnot.
Okay, so you are returning to your room. And the others?
What about us?
Oh, if the pyromancer could burn the corpse.
I can do that.
Damn, I heard that one through my earphones.
I'm going to, because I have time to do it, I'm going to invoke. I assume I'm not on a called here.
Yeah, you are not in any combat situation. You can take your sweet time to.
I keep on forgetting I can't add. I more than passed.
Yeah, I know you pass. Just don't.
He's gone.
Yeah, remember about like 2 pluses because that breaks the macro.
I know. I don't know why it's all mixed matched. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So to be fair, you can give that information to Lyra, but I probably don't wanna decide for him, because after all it's his character. Even though I might figure it out like what he would decide, that he would probably, assuming what he said earlier to me, that he would probably inform Caden, Lord Inquisitor Caden, about this development. But to be fair, I prefer to leave that.
She's still making her decision, I suppose.
Yeah.
She'll think about it.
Yeah, she'll think about it, and when Josh arrives next session, we will give him a recap, and he will be able to give an answer. Oh, no wait, Xanthus is still away. Okay, so Moriana wants to speak with Ignatius, so go ahead.
It is something to be whispered.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
He's got nothing to do, so
I can paste it back to you if you're interested, Matt.
Yeah, if you can give me a copy either on Roll20 or Skype. Preferably Roll20 if you can. But
okay.
It's up to you. Okay, but also I guess the entire talk, if the entire talk will be in whispers, then I think we can switch to.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Moriana, Ignatius are talking. Cadus, is Cadus doing anything?
Cadus is following along with Xanthus because he asked her to accompany him.
Okay.
Actually, on that note, Xanthus would at one point stop and say, actually, Cadus, if you wouldn't mind, can you continue to the Inquisitor without me? I would like to go speak to the General and the Admiral about a few matters.
Do you wish me to give her a full report?
Yes, if you
would.
We'll
wait for you. Very well.
I trust that you can give the report in my stead.
She'll probably have questions for you later.
I'm sure she will.
Very well. I shall give her a preliminary report.
My thanks.
So I guess Cadus is the one to go talk to Lyra.
Yeah,
And then proceed exactly as.
yeah, if you don't mind, we're gonna you don't need to talk. We just gonna next session. We're gonna.
Well, Cadus wouldn't offer any suggestions. She would just simply lay out everything that happened and leave Lyra to make her own.
Okay. Yeah, so we're doing that recap next time. So we do that, and of course it takes some few minutes to give a proper debriefing. And before we switch to Xantis, after giving report to Inquisitor, you go back to your room, you go training, or you do something else?
I don't know that I thank the Emperor for seeing us through the mission, so short praying and then training. That's most of my life, so that's what I'd be doing.
Okay. I guess you probably, unless somebody asks you, you won't be taking up on Captain Kenneth's offer for victory drink?
No.
Okay, just wanted to ask. Okay, so let's go with Xantis. You appear several minutes later at Ship's Bridge, where Admiral Johans and General, I know I didn't name him, so General Buchard. And General Buchard, they are sitting near a metallic table with maps sprawled all around, reports, so a lot of paperwork, and they are deep in thought and very quiet discussion. Obviously, at first glance, it seems like they are talking about war plans and trying to figure out proper strategy. Obviously, as they the metallic doors open automatically as you enter, both of them their heads, their eyes raise and their eyes look at you, and they give you a note from an agent.
General, Admiral.
I see that I heard that your mission was a success.
Yes, it was. Thanks in large part to the valor of your men.
General seems to appreciate the words and gives a thankful note. Glad that they were of use.
Indeed. Actually, that is partially why I'm here. Aside from this simple, what will you do now?
Well, the thing that we were tasked to do for quite some time, trying to bring Severan Dominate to its heels without getting too much reinforcement because of Jericho Reach Crusade, mostly because of it.
Unfortunate, that is.
Well, General cites enemies of the Imperium and Emperor are aplenty.
Unending, General. The enemies of the Imperium are unending and relentless, which is why we require the Imperial Guard and the Imperial Navy.
And Inquisition. All of us serve the Emperor, after all. Now, I enjoy the talking through, Agent, but as you may see, don't want to be unpleasant, but we are kinda busy, so if you may speak to a matter at hand.
Yes, my sincerest apologies. I am actually here for a reason. As I said, your men performed I could require use of such talents. I would like to take a handful with me to serve as reinforcement for my own campaign in the Emperor's name. Not many, of course. I know that you require every able body. Merely a small platoon size, perhaps.
Admiral looks at General at him, then at you, then he gives like a very long sigh. It could be done. I don't want to be disrespectful, Throne Agent, but usually, sooner or later, Imperial Guard who serves alongside Inquisition, some of them die, but not from the hands of enemies of Imperium. And he says that quietly.
Worry not. I don't know if you are aware of it, but I myself am an officer of the Imperial Guard, and I do not believe in wasting the lives of men. After all, how is it said, General? Human lives are the Emperor's currency, and we should not waste it. We should not waste them.
Indeed. Well spoken, Throne Agent. Well, I believe it could be possible to give you, or rather to give your Inquisitor, Lady Inquisitor, access to, let's say, 40 able bodies. That's like undersized platoon, because usually I think modern army's platoon is like 50 men, if I remember correctly. So he says that he can give you 40.
Do you mind if I handpicked them?
And he raises an eyebrow. Well, it depends. I don't mind if you decide to take few of our brightest and best, but if you pick up all the veterans, that also would be, well, not exactly what the word.
Before you can elite.
You know what I mean. Battle-hardened, experienced warriors who survived more than one mission.
Actually, I intended to take them from the company that was assigned to the mission we were just on. As I recall, the men who we requested for that mission were not your battle-hardened veterans nor your elites. Closer to...
True. They were also not your common folder, but they will do.
Excellent.
Of course, make sure that you will clear that with your, or rather I will clear that with Lady Inquisitor. And the rest of Imperial administration.
Excellent. I will handpick the men and give you the names that I desire.
And he nods. Very well, Throne Agent. And then Admiral is like, is that all?
Yes. I will leave you to attend to your duties. You have my thanks.
Yeah, and they are like returning to their like heavily planning and thinking about Cold War plans, and of course they're like muttering, as you're like hesitant, they're of course muttering typical goodbye formula, like what is the usual like farewell, or like good hunting in the name of the Emperor, something like that. Just wondering, is the talk still goes between Moriana and Ignatius?
Yeah,
Just about finished.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're done. We've established our position.
Okay. Yeah, if you can, in the meantime, like post them. I'm very interested about what you were talking. Anyway, so now that you finished, like, is Moriana and Ignatius doing anything specific in the meantime?
Nope. Just shit talking to other people.
Are you taking up to Captain Kenneth's offer for victory drink?
Mariana will.
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Alright, because I was guessing that probably Xantis, after leaving the bridge, he will try to find Kenneth, because I assume he will handpick him for his